Yeah, this is about a motherboard, guys. So this is how motherboard is look like. It is a old motherboard. Just you want a new motherboard, also we can try a new motherboard from here. Like you want to see more about a motherboard, the features kind of stuff, different type of motherboards. You can go to Amazon kind of stuff. See, it is a different set of motherboards. You can see the it's Asus motherboard, CPU socket, RAM slots. Okay, so this is PCI, this is PCI Express, this is AGP graphic card. You want to insert, you can insert into this graphic card. This is good. Now it is clear. Okay, your CMOS battery. This is for a hard disk connection, SATA type of connections it is. Front serial port connector, front panel connectors, audio chipsets, and there's other. It's like a motherboard. This is SMPS connector. It's a primary IDE connector type of this. Okay. So this is how look like as a motherboard. In the back side, this is the back panel connectors. So your motherboard is a main board which we are connecting. Means on motherboard there is a hardware components and we are connecting devices either directly or indirectly like CPU, RAM, hard disk, expansion cards, everything we are connected to motherboard only. All system components we are connected to motherboard only. The motherboards having different form factors, AT, ATX, mini ATX, baby ATX, NLX, different form factors means different sizes kind of stuff is there. Different components and connectors like it contains a processor socket or a slot to insert a processor, memory slots for a RAM, expansion cards like you want to add extra NICs, or maybe audio cards or USB ports, additional USB ports you want it. Input output ports to connect your keyboard, mouse kind of stuff. Onboard chipsets are there like North Bridge, South Bridge kind of chipsets, audio chip, video chip, what we can say, Ethernet chipset kind of stuff. Hard disk connectors, CD-ROM connectors like IDE connectors, SATA type of connectors are there. Floppy disk drive connectors. CMOS battery, where we insert a CMOS battery in the place somewhere near to this one only. Yeah, this is CMOS battery where we connect. Power supply connector, AT-ATX type of power supply connector, heat sinks, and front panel connectors. So this is a RAM slots, guys, and this is ATX power connector. This is a RAM slots. This is a back panel of a system, a old system. So that's why we are adding two, three extra here. PS by 2 connectors for keyboard and mouse connector, VGA. Nowadays we are using mostly USB for a keyboard and mouse. And very recent motherboards also we are getting one at least one PS by 2. In middle it is gone, but now we are getting at least one PS by 2 to connect your either keyboard or mouse. VGA display means for connecting monitors or a projector kind of stuff. COM ports means serial port to connect your external modem kind of stuff. In olden days, they connect external modems. RS-232 kind of connector it is. It is to connect to some different emulators or maybe router switches purpose also we use this port. Parallel port is also called as line printer terminal LPT. Usually in olden days, the printers are connected to parallel ports only. This is a Ethernet port, USB ports. You can see the black means 2.0. Audio jackets means you can connect a mic, speakers, and a line in kind of stuff. So you can see PS by 2 means personal system used to connect your keyboard and mouse kind of stuff. USB is universal serial bus. Use it to connect a various type of devices like a external hard disk. We can connect it, pen drives, webcams, yeah, kind of stuff. We can able to connect it. VGA to connect your monitors, projectors, LCDs. Serial port, COM port, RS-232 port. Everything is same. It's a 9-pin male connector. It is. Use it to connect to modems in olden days. Also, yeah, here it is also called as COM port is given. Okay. Certain emulators, data transmitter like IoT type of devices, microcontroller, microprocessor programming kits, because it's contain two pins are specifically for sending and receiving. So serial data transmission purpose. Parallel port, so parallel data transmission. LAN port, you know already RJ45 connectors for connecting your LAN cables to, to the network. Of course, HDMI ports are we are getting any new laptops or desktops here there. It is coming with the HDMI port, so you can connect directly to your LED, TVs, projectors. So guys, difference between VGA and HDMI. HDMI high density data transmission. VGA not giving much high density here. Okay, and also audio video both means the display plus audio also we can transfer. For example, you connect your laptop to TV with the HDMI cable, so you can hear the voice from the TV directly. So you don't need to separate mic speaker connection from your laptop, not required. Okay, so you can transmit both video. Video means that your display screen as well as audio. Also, we can transmit with the HDMI. Okay, so this is about your motherboard. Simple thing. Different motherboards. So you can see it's a Zebronics motherboard, LGA115 socket type. Means LGA115 supporting processor. We have to we can able to insert it like this. So third generation i5 processor can able to insert on this one. And it is supported DDR3 type of RAM. RAM is DDR3 type RAM. So one VGA, one LAN, one audio, one HDMI port is also there. 6 USBs are there. So this is the processor socket. Open it, insert a processor. Your BIOS related your CMOS battery, lithium battery. It is somewhere. It is BIOS chip is also nearby. This is your BIOS chip. Is very corner. RAM slots, ATX power connector from SMPS. It's a very small motherboard. That's why it is very near to things. Okay. Um, SATA for a hard disk and CD, DVD kind of stuff. Graphics cards also we can insert it. PCIX, EX, PCI Express cards we can able to insert in this one. Small one, only one it is given. See, this is a back panel connection, VGA, this is HDMI, USBs, USB, USB. No PS by 2. This is our LAN connector, audio connector it is. It's a old one. Each motherboard is different from other kind of stuff. Okay, not always same. So this H61, um, different motherboards. You can go up. So click on motherboards. Okay, so it is a motherboard is 11,000 rupees motherboard. It is a single motherboard, not with the processor, only motherboard. What is the difference? Is so built-in Wi-Fi, DDR4 support, direct M.2 type of SSDs we can insert it. Okay, front Type C port is also there. Micro ATX gaming supporting motherboard. It is AMD Ryzen 5000 series processor supporting is there. I can see 4 RAM slots are there. Okay, graphic card for inserting purpose. Okay, all these things. It's like a heavy type. some thermal part is given. Yeah, this one is a M.2. You can see clearly that is means SSD, direct SSD we can insert here. Okay, DDR4 RAM support it is. Okay. Yeah. See there is one VGA port, some button is also there here, HDMI port. This is some mini HDMI type it is given. 3.0 USBs. Yeah, PS by 2, one PS by 2 is given. This is for a Wi-Fi connector, onboard Wi-Fi. So you can connect through Wi-Fi using this NIC. Wide NIC is also available. So you can see. Flush BIOS button. And what are the other things you are getting? So these antennas for your this Wi-Fi kind of stuff. Okay. So cost, not only cost, guys. Each motherboard support a type of processor, RAMs, kind of stuff. Okay. Based on that, we can able to buy it. Okay. So understand use of motherboard. In motherboard, we can connect CPU, RAM, graphics cards. Okay. Additional adapters on motherboard. You have a audio chip, video chip, NIC related means Ethernet chips are there. Power connectors also go to motherboard. So everything is, even hard disk is connected to motherboard. Audio, back panel, keyboard, mouse, everything we are connected to motherboard only. Okay. Next one is SMPS. Okay. What is this SMPS? Guys, nowadays we are all using SMPS in different way. Like your mobile phone charger is a SMPS. Okay. So not only a system inside this one, your mobile phone charges, laptop charges. Okay. So either for in a TV is in built-in kind of stuff we are getting or additional charges we are getting. What is this SMPS? In our home, the main plug power supply is how much voltage for a main power supply? 220 volts.
220.
Very good. To 230 maximum. So 230 volts AC power supply. 50 hertz frequency is there and it is a sine wave. Okay. It's a sine wave. So it is AC power supply. So AC power supply you can give it to fans, no problem. Bulbs you can power, no problem. But electronic devices cannot work with electronic devices cannot work with the AC power supply. So compulsory DC power supply is required. So I connect this plug to this SMPS. So what will happen? This SMPS means switch mode power supply converts this AC to DC. And this power supply is given to your motherboard. And also if you have a hard disk, for example, like a hard disk connectivity, CD-ROM purpose, also give power supply. So your system, your motherboard, hard disk, CD-ROM, different devices on your system need a different type of power supplies. SMPS will give plus 12 volts, minus 12 volts, plus 5 volts, plus 3.3 volts, and of course ground means common. Okay, so AC to DC conversion. Of course, there is a RPS, regulated power supply, is also there to convert your AC to DC. Okay. So this SMPS means switch mode power supply. There is a lot of benefits of SMPS use or RPS, but we are not in that type. Okay, so we are going to say what is use of SMPS, switch mode power supply. So there is 80, 80x2 type of SMPS. Depends upon your motherboard. You can buy your what 80 or 80x. Mostly we are using 80x nowadays. So 20 pin or 24 pin connectors. Nowadays we are getting 24 pin connector. Plus there is some additional connector is there, either 4 pin, 6 pin or a 8 pin kind of stuff. If you take this motherboard closely, so in this corner, okay, of course, this corner, yeah, where it is, yeah, in this corner, that is 24 pin ATX connector for from directly SMPS, and another SMPS connection for this 8 pin. Okay, so this is specifically for processor, additional power supply. This is whole motherboard on motherboard components connected to motherboard components. Okay, so depends upon your motherboard. So either this additional 4 pin or 6 pin or a 8 pin, you have to get it. So when you want to buy a or assemble a new computer for you, then you have to do this one. Your main power supply is 220 volts AC 50 Hz sine wave signal it is, which you cannot able to work with the electronic devices. So compulsory you have to convert into DC power supply. So SMPS converts AC to DC power supply with different supplies, different DC voltages. So this is our 24 pin, 20 plus 4, 24 pin connector it is. Each wire represent here different voltage levels. The black one is common or a ground kind of stuff. This is minus 12 volts, plus 3.3 volts, plus 5 volts is a red color, plus 12 volts is a yellow color kind of stuff. This is orange color. The green wire is power on. So when you press the power button, the power button is connected to your motherboard only, not SMPS. When you press the power button, and it will send signal. Here it is. It will try to turn on from inside, on from motherboard only. So it will try to turn on your SMPS from motherboard only. You are not turning on the SMPS from outside. There is a switch sometimes, but it's not that one. Point is, when you press the system power button, this front panel connector is connected to this ATX connector. From here, it will try to turn on your SMPS. Then it will take a power supply from main. So SMPS turn on, then power supply is distributed to entire your PC. Yeah, this is one more connector is there now. It is distributed to entire your PC components. Even for a laptops also same, little different. In laptops, there is a charger connectivity and as well as battery connectivity. So it charges battery and also it will give charges to power supply to our system. So direct 15 volts or 19 volts supply is there. 19 volts, I think so, plus 19 volts. That will be divided at a motherboard. So when you press the power button, the power is will be taken from your battery or your charger. Okay. So this is about your SMPS. Guys, everything okay?
Yes, sir.
So actually, I want to tell this topic tomorrow, but it won't take much time. At least I will give you a small overview. Otherwise, I'll keep it here. How much you can able to get it today, so we'll do it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Otherwise, you can do it tomorrow also. But I have to tell a hard disk and SSD. That is definitely tomorrow. It won't happen today because that is direct question. This is our all normal one only. No one will ask you what is SMPS, but you should know it. In interview, no one is expecting what questions they will ask. Wantedly, they will ask what is SMPS, what is motherboard, motherboard components, tell me some storage devices kind of stuff. Okay, primary storage devices are a RAM and ROM. Secondary storage devices are hard disk, floppy disk, zip drives, tape drives. These are all comes under magnetic storages. Another secondary storage devices are your compact as CD-ROMs, DVDs, Blu-ray drives. These are all comes under optical storage drives. So here we are not using few things nowadays. One is like a floppy disk. Yeah, floppy disk. These are a small size, big size floppy disk are there. This is not a floppy disk, something it is showing it is. This look like a floppy disk. Yeah, our floppy disk. Inside of this floppy disk, there is a magnetic coated sheet is there. The data stores in this sheet only. Okay. It is the highest size of floppy disk wise it is 3.5-inch floppy disk is 1.44 MB. If you take 5 inches, 5 5 1 by 4, this is 3 1 by 2, that is 5 1 by 4, that is even a small size. Okay, I have in a olden days we load instructions or we load operating system through the floppy disk only. Now we are getting DVDs to load operating system. In the olden days, we load a operating system through floppy disk. We boot the system, we run the systems, we load instructions, programs through the floppy disk. Okay. So one Oxford dictionary can able to save in the floppy disk. Okay. So that's why the save symbol is floppy disk. It is floppy disk symbol for a saving. If you click it, so save. No, 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 no. Okay. So that is the point. Okay. But 1.44 MB, not even a one single picture we cannot able to insert into this floppy disk. Right. Another version is zip drives. Zip drives also same as a floppy disk, but zip drives is used in very specific places, not as a regular data transmission purpose. So heavy data transmission, operating system migration kind of stuff like one, that times older systems that's a small size occupation or a small amount of operating. What they will do, they install operating system in one PC. They'll copy entire operating system, independent operating system into the zip drives. So because olden days install operating system is around 40 to 60 minutes installation time. They use this floppy disk to transmit the operating system, copy operating system from one place to another. Heavy data transmission. But compared to floppy disk, it is heavy. Even that is also very small sizes. 100 MB, 200 MB only. Heavy does not mean 1 GB, 2 GB, also 100 MB, 200 MB kind of stuff. Tape drives. Tape drives are using. Tape drives are using. This tape drives, DDS, digital data storage or a digital audio tapes. These are the tape drives. Still we are using digital data storage. And very important point, guys, why it is very important to understand, because it is the cheapest backup solution. Even if you go to the cloud, like a AWS cloud, Glacier is a backup solution. In that one also, you want to go to cheaper solution for backup. Okay, not frequently restoring kind of stuff. They store data into the tape drives only. Okay, still we are using it. Cheaper backup solutions, different sizes available, that too in GBs, 40 GBs, 80 GBs, 72 GB. And double side is also there, remains 72 plus 72, that much size, 144 GB kind of stuff. This is 320 GB cartridge it is. So it is a magnetic tape. So simply insert into that recorder and we can do it. CC cameras, some organization use to record a CC cam data. So with these tape drives only. Why? Because of it, once it is stored, so we cannot, we can erase it, but what they will do, they store into the CC cam data, and once it is full, remove it, insert a new one. Okay, so they can store for a very longer period of time. It is the cassette is look like a camcorders, type of cassette, not big one, not a small one, and stuff. It is also a magnetic storage. So I didn't tell about hard disk, guys. So hard disk is we specifically will tell separately. CD-ROM, you know the CD, DVD kind of stuff. Nowadays, these CD-ROMs, DVDs, Blu-rays, we are not using. Blu-rays are using, not in a regular manner. That it is optical disk, optical storage. Optical storage means data you write and read from the CD, DVDs through a laser beam. So laser light is important. Difference between CD, DVD is the size of data we can able to store, the thickness, the density of the CD, DVD is different. Okay, a CD we can able to store up to 700 MB, 720 MB data we can able to store maximum. Okay, kind of stuff. DVDs 4.7 GB means 700 MB to 400.7 GB. That much difference is there. CD time it is very costly. That time it is around 10 to 20 rupees of each CD. The floppy disk is 15 rupees. CD-RAM is empty CD-RAM is 10 to 20. If you put something data in it, means only one time data. Means once you put a data, once you write, you can read many times, but you cannot able to change. That is not much rewritable. So you have a very small amount data, use the floppy disk, like 1 MB, 2 MB type. 1 MB is floppy disk, not more than that. 1.44, you should not cross it. 1.38 is the highest. But you have a data like 100 MB, 200 MB, 300 MB data is there, and audio files are there, video files are there. You can use CD. Okay. DVDs is a heavy data storage compared to CD-ROM. When DVD came, so obviously the CD, DVDs both are getting a more demand in the market. So floppy disk almost gone once DVDs came. Okay. So 4.7 GB, 8.5 GB, it means single layer, double layer is also there. Okay. And Blu-rays came into market. Blu-rays will store 25 GB in a single layer and 50 GB in a double layer type of DVDs. Of course, when Blu-ray came into market, CD, DVD, Blu-ray, all three gone because we got a pendrive. Now, not a pendrive also. We can store so many places. I am storing my videos into YouTube. Very simple, right? The earlier days that many facilities are not there. Google Drives we can store. System having more storage. And we are not sharing that much data nowadays. You are telling so download this movie. Okay. It is available in this channel, so better to download. OTT is there. In a olden days, I have internet, I download a movie, I put a pen drive and share to others. Now it is not required. Okay. But these Blu-ray things are still using um, PlayStation. Okay, even nowadays the PlayStation, Xboxes are want to remove this Blu-ray disc kind of stuff. So they are giving two options, either digital with a DVD. So DVD thing is 10,000 rupees more coster. So this is costly. This is little less coster. Let's like around this is 50, this is 40,000. Okay, PS5. Even Xbox is also having digital versions and CD versions also. Digital versions are little cheaper than, but storage wise, like I play once, put the DVDs aside so we can share it to others if you want it. Okay. So like this, these are comes with a DVD because the these gaming graphics, the data is heavy. So normal DVD we can't put it. So we have to use this Blu-rays only. So in except that kind of stuff, normally people are not using Blu-rays. Why? Because of when CD came, then CD-ROMs, CD players, DVD came, DVD players, Blu-ray came. Why we want it? We have got everything online or pen drives. Okay, don't like to stay much data. Again, Blu-ray players that launching is very costly. Even a one CD is very costly. The cheaper is Blu-ray cheap disc is 50 rupees. So you want a somewhat basic disc, you have to put at least 100, 150 rupees. Okay. So other than this, guys, in a servers, they use this SCSI disk. SC, SCSI disk. In a servers, they use this kind of SCSIs. These are also a kind of hard disk only, same hard disk functionality inside only, but there is a certain purposes. It is hot swappable. So when you want to connect, you can connect in a system is alive. Normally, you cannot connect hard disk when system is running. You cannot remove the hard disk when system is running. USB ports we can connect. USB devices you can connect and disconnect while system is running. Same way, SCSI devices we can connect and disconnect while system is running. Okay, that is called a hot swappable. And multiple disks we can connect it. Multiple hard disks we can. So usually in a server storage solutions we use a SCSI kind of stuff. Next one is SAS disk are came. So it is a SCSI disk, but old SCSI disk are having a connector like a parallel type of connectors are there. So like this, parallel type of connectors are there, ribbon connectors are there. This SAS disk, serial attached SCSI storage. Usually this is like this, SAS type. Okay, I didn't see the set point. This is directly we can insert into pieces. SAS type of disk it is. Okay, just a names purpose only. So I don't want to put more things in it. SA SAN type of storages, centralized storages. We use this kind of disk. We don't see in our environments. Okay, these are the secondary storage devices. Not I didn't tell about hard disk, PATA, SATA kind of stuff, but I will tell why we need a secondary storage devices and what are actually available nowadays. Internal hard disk. Internal hard disk. So desktop, PATA, SATA hard disk. Okay. We have a hard disk, SATA type of disk, PATA type of hard disk. It is a SATA hard disk. It is. So just connectivity. Hard disk is look like this. This is a PATA hard disk. Means you can see the ribbon type of connectivity. You can see this is a data cable is like this. This is SATA connector. Okay. Hard disk is used to store our data. So what is the, it will store your operating system. You store application. What is use of secondary storage? It is non-volatile type, means you store operating system, applications and your data like a music, video, documents we store in our secondary storage devices. Internal hard disk are basically for storing operating system, applications and data. Now these internal hard disk are now replaced with your SSDs, solid state drives. The SSDs This is a M.2 type of SSD, M.2 NVMe type SATA interface SSDs, which is faster than normal hard disk, 2 pi type of interfaces, which is comparatively SATA hard disk. It is faster and smaller. Okay. Point is, this is also same. This like secondary storage devices, which actually we are using to store our operating system, applications, and data in internal hard disk or a SSDs. You can store data externally. Like normally you have a heavy data. I have a some downloaded files are there, video files are there, operating system files are there. Means downloaded some data is there, movies are there, like that, or maybe documents are there. I want to transfer that data, so USB pen drives, USB external hard disk, SD cards. In your mobile phones, you are inserting SD cards to transfer the data, to store heavy data. We are using this one, or externally, not internally. Externally, we are want to store. We can use this one. Like one of my friend or a colleague wanted data, so I will store in pen drive and I can take it and give it to him. I have AV data stored in my PC, then I will transfer to external hard disk. Or I want to transfer external hard disk from one PC to another PC. Then I use external hard disk for that one. SD cards. So for mobile phones, mobile cameras. So you want to transfer your pictures from your camera to your laptop, then so you can use SD cards also. The last one is, guys, eMMC type of storage. eMMC. This is eMMC chips, okay, which we cannot see directly, of course. Okay. Originally, these eMMCs are inside your laptops, not a laptop. Exactly same. Mobile phones, tablets. When you see a mobile phone specification, okay, a mobile phone specifications, which mobile? Samsung. Any models? M51 is there. So any model, no problem. Okay, all specifications. So go to any specifications. You can see 6 by 128. So people were telling 6 GB RAM, 6 GB RAM, and 128 internal memory. Wrongly, they are mentioning ROM kind of stuff. That is not ROM, guys. ROM means read-only memory. You say internal memory, right? Understand, guys? In mobile specifications, 128 GB internal memory. So what is that internal memory? Where the data is storing. Mobile phone does not having any hard disk, right? What is this internal memory? Data stores in the eMMC chip, which is on your motherboard of your mobile phone. Okay, used in a mobile phone, tablets, and mini laptops. Have you ever seen mini laptop? Okay, you can go to a mini laptop or a Chromebooks. You can see 4 GB RAM, 128 GB eMMC. Now it is good 128 GB. Earlier it is 64 GB. It is a convertible, detachable type of things. Unnecessarily I purchase a tab. If I purchase this one, I will have some laptop and come this kind of stuff. 10 inches, one. Celeron processor, very poor processor it is. But still it is, you can use as a tab, watching movies or a browsing kind of stuff. But same thing if you are getting with Chrome, means Android, Google Voice, that's good one. because Windows will very slow loading kind of stuff. So this is Duet Chrome. It's a Chromebook, around 30,000, 4 GB RAM, 128 GB eMMC memory inside. But it is, the processor is not Intel processor, it is MediaTek processor. It is. Okay, these are a mini laptops, guys. These are a mini laptops, small in sizes, small in storages, use as look like a laptop or notebook kind of stuff, but not as a full-fledged capacity. Like you can't run heavy applications inside. Some are coming with a 2-in-1 type, some are fixed type. Yes, understand eMMC? What happened, guys? Again?
Understand, sir.
Yeah, very good. Read it at least once, guys, so then you will get to understand easily. Tomorrow I will tell about hard disk, SSDs, differences, partitioning kind of stuff we can discuss. Okay, that's it for today. So study well.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, guys.